Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Days Podcast along with a new video. I want to say thank you so much for the new subscribers. Thank you for liking, subscribing, viewing, watching, listening. I truly appreciate it. And I want to continue to give you the best content as possible. There is a new Patreon, just check it out if anything, along with a new episode on Spotify. So be sure to check it out. There will be more. I'll be making sure of it. Sorry. But yes, guys, how's it going? We are going to continue to talk about music. We're going to stem into girl groups again. So today we are going to talk about Destiny's Child, their debut album, Destiny's Child. Let's get into it. So Destiny's Child is the debut studio album released by Destiny's Child, released by Rough House, Columbia Records, and Music World Entertainment on February 17th, 1998. It was recorded, throughout 1997, whichever time. It's not clearly saying here, but it was recorded in 97. So, there was already Janet back, there was Mariah back. There was a lot of movies coming out with different soundtracks, especially in Black culture. There was Mary J. Blige back. There was all Erykah Badu was emerging. Toni Braxton just came back. Of course, I talked about SWV, but I will be talking more about Toni. Who else was coming back? There was all these different artists that were coming out in 97. So by 98, it was like, okay, who's out next? What's coming on? What's coming in now? Or who's coming out? So it features the singles No 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 and With Me, both of which preceded the album. Killing Time was also featured in Men in Black, the album. See, like Men in Black, that just came out as far as a movie, and they were featured on there. I remember Killing Time. That's an underrated song. Y'all slept on that song, I'm sorry. And released as a promotional single in 1997. Prior to release, the album was set to be called Bridges. The album spent 26 weeks on the U.S. Billboard 200 chart and peaked at number 67. To date, the album has sold a total of 831,000 copies in America. In the United Kingdom, it reached the top 50, peaking at number 45. It was repackaged and re-released in several countries after the success of the follow-up album, The Writings on the Wall, which was released in 1999. The album was met with generally favorable reviews from music critics, including AllMusic and Rolling Stone, and won a Soul Train Lady of Soul Award for Best R&B Soul Album of the Year. Okay, so it's a good album. Yes. And the commercial performance, let's look at it. Destiny's Child was a moderate chart success. It debuted at number 69 on the U.S. Billboard 200 during the week of March 7th, 1998. The album reached its peak at 67 in its fifth week and spent a total of 26 weeks on the chart. On Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums chart, the album peaked at number 14. In July 1998, the album was certified gold by the Recording Academy and later earned a platinum certification on July 11, 2000 for 1 million shipped units. Internationally, the album achieved greater success. It reached number 29 on the Canadian Albums Chart, number 30 on the Dutch Mega Charts album chart, and number 45 on the UK Albums Chart. Rolling Stone gave the album a mixed review. John Bush of the website AllMusic feels that Destiny's Child isn't quite just another debut album from an R&B girl group. Their voices sound beautiful together. Still, much of the album sounds indistinguishable from all the other female girl groups out there. I don't really agree too much on that, though at that time it was hard to decipher them separately from other groups because of the way that they had to synchronize their voices. And of course, B was the lead singer. So it's just, there was a sense with the group that I seen where it was just, they know how to sing together. They chilling. Though I know they were just wanting to work on more songs, and that's why we was able to get the Writings on the Wall thereafter. But let's look at the track list. So we have track 1, which is Second Nature. Track 2, which is No 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 Part 2, featuring Wyclef Jean. And track 3, which is With Me Part 1, featuring Jermaine Dupri. Track 4, which is Tell Me. So there's a mixture of sounds and vibes as you get through the album. Track 5 is Bridges. Track 6 is No 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 Part 1. Track 7 is With Me Part 2, featuring Master P. Track 8 is Show Me the Way. Track 9 is Killing Time. Track 10 is Illusion, featuring Wyclef Jean and Pras. Track 11 is Birthday. And track 12 is Sail On. Track 13 is My Time Has Come. And then the international edition, there's track 14, which is Know That. And then the Japanese edition, which is Amazing Grace, which is, track 15 for that song. The European 2001 reissue edition, they had You're the One for track 15, No No No, which was an extended remix. And then track 17 was Dub Illusions, which is a dub mix for Illusions. So they had extra vocals possibly on that song that they just added and mixed it together. But the album didn't do too bad. I think what it is this was a start, and I think what it also was showing them that they were being recognized, and that was really good enough in such a peak time in the 90s where all these artists were starting to really emerge by the late 90s. So they came at a really good time to kind of just show like, hey, we here, especially in early 98, because by mid 98 we got rappers and all these other singers coming back with singles and albums, and it's just, it was getting there. And then there was people touring too. Okay, touring was definitely a thing. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the album. And the songs, they're catchy, they're good. I think what it is also is, at the time, and even what they were realizing later was they didn't want to have as many features, they just wanted to sing, job. So this is definitely like a debut, if you will, letting people know like we here and we are Destiny's Child. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was great making it for you, and I will be back with more.